you go online right now and you really put in metaphysics and you Google it or search it or Bing it or whatever you use to search it, you're going to see that most likely you're going to think that it's more a feminine based science, and that it's more, I guess, women involved in it, and that the men that are involved in it are more like passive and more like soft males. So like a lot of women and people don't really like getting involved in metaphysics because they feel like there's no protection there. Like they feel like if they get involved in religion, there's going to be a lot more protection in religion. But what they don't realize is that metaphysics is like the deepest, as far as like the political aspect of it, is metaphysics is one of the deepest, I guess you can say, conspiratorial groups. Or I don't know if I'm using the right word, but metaphysics is, I guess you can say, one of the most deceptive. Yeah, that's a better word. Metaphysics is one of the most deceptive sciences out there because metaphysics is one of the only sciences that deals with the fact that there are beings and creatures on this planet that are hermaphrodites and hermaphrodites, meaning that they have multiple sex and they feel like, or multiple sex organs even, meaning that they have unisex sex organs, male and female. So a lot of people stay away from it, away from metaphysics because they feel like it's soft. And actually, from the deeper I get into it, to be honest with you, man, there's so much top flight science and knowledge and wealth in this stuff that I'm glad, that people decide to stay away from it, because I found out that front image that I just spoke of how it's supposed to be all feminine and passive and weak, is really a psyop. Metaphysics is actually really a war flag, to be honest with you, especially on an astrology level. And they give it a bad rap because you see more women doing readings and more female readers, and that's fine. I'm not saying that that's wrong, but I'm saying that makes, on the overall level, that keeps a certain group of people away from metaphysics because they don't feel like there's protection there. But really, in reality, I say that people that hide in religion and hide up under so-called strong males, or strong males that lie to them, or strong patriarchal energy, even when it's women, because religion creates patriarchy, or so-called strong males, which is really weakness in the end, because of the fact that you have no knowledge to really carry you out as far as in war. And then like another thing with religion, the difference is that you have no flag that really that you can represent. So you end up falling up under somebody else's language and literature. Like for instance, if you're a Hebrew, if you're into Hebrewism, or a Hebrew Israelite, or a Jew, you fall into the Hebrew language. Or if you're a Christian, you fall into the Roman era and the whole era that Christianity fell up under. Or even if you're a Buddhist, you fall up under the Hindu doctrine and information. And I'm not saying that that's wrong. However, none of this really addresses the fact that when we came to this planet, we were engaged in a war, and still are engaged in a war. And if you're not fighting this war, in reality, you were considered to your ancestors weak, food, essentially. That's how they would look at you, and at some point, you're going to be consumed because somebody's going to win and lose. And the difference between what people don't understand about astrology is it's a war flag. That's what the difference is. It teaches you how to effectively move and operate. It's an annuity. This is how we're gonna get into the number one. See, astrology and metaphysics is an annuity because it teaches you how to not just have knowledge and be smart and this and that, but it teaches you how to literally take someone down, or a group of people down, with information though. Not just with physical hands and what I'm gonna do and this and but can you use information to literally slay somebody or slaughter somebody? This is really, honestly, when you get into the adept or secret teachers of astrology, this is what you're learning. So this goes into the annuity, and I'm going to talk about that more, because right now we're stuck in zero because there's no real true annuity right now. Nobody's resisting anything right now. Everybody's weak and really falling up under a false feminine-based energy, or this feminine energy that's really being controlled by a male patriarchy at the end of the day. So, and it's really being used more so and being targeted, is targeting especially a lot of young people through the sacral chakra area, money, lust, essentially. Who has the most, what looks better, and this and that. And it's even carrying over to the metaphysical community too. I do a lot of readings. I know what I'm talking about. You're more so concerned with lust and what looks better. But who's really addressing the annuity? The fact that we came, that's what I'm going to talk about in this next episode. We incarnated on this planet. There's an annuity, an award that must be fought, that can't be explained in words. And if you give up, you're considered weak to your ancestors and they turn you into a fool. And the things that you experience in this lust and all this money that you think you're getting and experiencing, you just food for them. So, thank you for listening and watching. I'm going to get back to my busy day. We got this, like I said, I just got this room and I'm trying to turn this into our studio and get enough donations and airtime so they can look more professional for you guys. But, you know, I'm in the midst of fighting a bunch of sissies in the city that I'm in right now. So they're very, very jealous and weak because I got my own room. So they want to still act like I'm supposed to be up under them or I owe somebody some money or something for when I was homeless and all of this and that. But that's a whole nother story, man. I thank you guys for listening and watching. And I'm going to get back with you and address how you should really demonstrate this flag, man, this metaphysical flag versus this weak shit that's out here up under religion. Namaste. Stay vigilant.